all slips go to straps.
What's up, everybody? Today, a little bit more of an analytic video for those of you out there who love crunching numbers, talking about straps and slipping. Well, this is probably one of the biggest lies in the industry.
96.69 of arm wrestling matches goes to strap.
It actually isn't even close. It couldn't be further from the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
90+% of matches going to the strap. No.
You are fake news.
Not even close. Not even 80. Not even 70. It's not even in the ballpark that you could say that 90% was hyperbole. I took the liberty of looking through every single men's seniors left and right-handed match from WAF World Championships 2023 and crunched the actual numbers.
Winner in this heavy table in your shot.
And the only reason I was able to do that because I had slightly more easy time and convenience because I was the one who compiled the videos for men's seniors left and right hand WAF World Championships 2023. So welcome, WAF. Let's get to the actual numbers and just see how far these claims are off. Total matches that I had to watch, 561. Now that's not total ready goes. Total ready goes is probably in the ballpark of 1,000 to 1,500. But I only counted total matches because that's what matters. Doesn't really matter how many ready goes you have. Matters is what counts. So total matches 561. Total number of straps or matches that went to the straps 206. Now just with those numbers alone, the strap percentage is 36.72. 36.72. Okay, a pretty far cry from 90 or 80 or even 70%. That being said, not all of these matches should be counted because you realize that some of the matches, they agree to strap, some of them, they had buys, which means someone didn't arrive at the table and got a free win. Or some people just laid down, the Kazakhs out there, you guys are the biggest criminals when it comes to this regard. Most of the buys actually came from the Kazakhs, but understandably they had the biggest team there and it was held in Kazakhstan last year, I believe. But yeah, so total matches without buys, without laydowns, without agreed straps is 511. And then the total number of straps with all those things set aside is 185. With these new numbers, percentage drops to 36.2%, so slightly lower. Not looking very good for those people claiming that, most rounds, most arm wrestles go to strap, or you can very easily get the strap, because very obviously not the case based on the numbers. But of course, there's gonna be those people out there that's gonna say, okay, it's WAF. The strictest rules, the refs are so anal, and it's not realistic for competitions in your area, smaller tournaments or smaller events where maybe rules could be a little bit more lax. I thought of that and said, hey, why not look at East versus West? So I went to watch the entirety of East versus West. Now, I'm not gonna bore you with every single event's breakdown, but let's take a look at a couple of them. Okay, East vs West 1. Total number of rounds, I'm counting by rounds this time because it's not just one match per pair, it's a super match, so oftentimes you can get 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe even 7 rounds out of a pair of people going at it. So total number of rounds in East vs West 1, 53. So now this is without counting, rounds that were given up due to injuries. Some of you may remember that, Engin got injured in his match against Makarov. So all of these have been factored, and total number of rounds, 53. Total number of straps, 31. And remember how I had to take aside all those with like agreed straps and things like that. So the adjusted percentage, the counted rounds are 40. So this is without agreed straps, and counted number of strap matches, 18. So the percentage is 45%. Even with a more lax rule system, it's only 45%, less than 50%. East vs. West 2, similar number. 28 strap matches out of 53 counted rounds. That's 52.83%. East vs. West 3, 24 strap matches out of 48 counted matches. There were a total of 50, and 2 of them were agreed straps, so 50%. Only half the matches went to the strap. At this point, I was thinking, okay, maybe some people might argue that the early East versus Wests were still very strict, you know. They were still working through the rules. The refs there are mostly WAF trained, and then they're more used to the stricter WAF rule set. Then, as most of you may know, throughout the East versus Wests, they slowly modified the rule system to make it a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more entertaining. Eventually, they went to the rule which said all slips go to strap. So this is a very important rule.
This way.
This way.
This also.
If
you make fist,
slip,
if you make this,
match, as I told you before. So
if it's not under the level,
slip.
if it's under the level, that will be pin, you know. But if it's not under the level of the and you make slip out, it doesn't matter which position, even if in losing position, if you make slip out and your fingers or wrist is not under the level of parallel pin, that will be legal slip out, and we put the strap.
All slips go to straps. With that in mind, I'm gonna go over the numbers for the last 3 East vs. West, the most recent ones with the most laxed rules. East vs. West 10, or East vs. West X. Total number of rounds 44. Adjusted number of rounds 38. Number of strap matches 23. So this is probably the highest percentage we've seen so far. It is 23 out of 38 matches, 60.53%. So barely 60% of the matches go to strap. Moving on to East vs. West 11. 60 total rounds. Adjusted rounds is 50. Adjusted number of strap matches 17. 17 out of 50 rounds. So that is 34% lower than at WAF Worlds 2023. So guys, the numbers don't lie. And for our most recent one, 57 total rounds, adjusted rounds 50, total number of adjusted straps 31, 62%. This has been the highest percentage that we've seen so far. 62% of the matches at probably one of the most lax rule sets in the industry. Why did I want to bring up this topic? I bring up this topic because the notion of saying most arm wrestling matches go to strap is not just something like hee, just kidding, you know, maybe not all the time. No, this is something that can detrimentally affect arm wrestlers, especially newer ones.
Nowadays, all slips typically go to straps. And even if they don't, like, you're gonna get straps. You're gonna get them. You're gonna get straps. When 2 people come to the table, one of you is gonna want it to be in the straps. One of you is. Because what you wanna do before you lose is you wanna try the straps.
When you go into an arm wrestle with the mindset that you can just get the strap very, very easily, that is not the case. Actually have to set aside time to practice how to slip, get to the strap, especially if you're someone who really relies on it. Someone like me, predominantly a strap puller, I have had to set aside a lot of time to practice how to get to the strap, because if you can't get to a strap properly, you try to bail and then get clamped down, get called out in an elbow foul, you know, that's gonna very, very harshly weigh down on your competition experience. So guys, don't listen to these guys out there that are telling you it's very easy to get a strap. Set aside time to practice a strap. Tons of good videos out there. I'm going to link them in the description below. Have fun, and I'll see you beasts in the next one.